Hey, this is Jeremy, and it's time to talk about Gladiator 2. Okay, Ridley Scott's new movie. It feels like he's doing two movies a year these days. Full disclosure, I don't believe I've seen the original Gladiator with Russell Crowe. I know the movie won Best Actor, Best Picture at the Oscars, but this was 2000. I was, what, 12, 13 years old, and I could not give less of a fuck about gladiators. Okay, from what I can gather from the second movie, Gladiator 1 was about Russell Crowe, who was some kind of a king or like part of the royal family. And he ended up becoming a slave somehow and then becoming a gladiator to fight his way out of slavery and then become a king again. But it feels like he died. And then this takes us to the new movie, which stars Paul Mescal as his son, Connie Nielsen as his former wife, who's now married to Pedro Pascal, Denzel Washington as like a slave trader, owner, Machiavellian person. And then that guy from Stranger Things and that other guy from The White Lotus season one are like these duo co-kings, and one of them has syphilis. So I don't know why I wanted to see this movie. I guess I just wanted to see if Ridley pulled it off, whatever it is. I'm a fan of Paul Mescal, but like not as crazy about him as other people are. I love Denzel, but I couldn't understand what he was doing in this movie. I know that for a long period of time, Denzel kind of rejected doing any sequels, but I know that recently he's done like a million of the Equalizer movie. But here we are. So the movie is long. It is 2.5 hours. The theater seats that I was sitting in were shit, so like my ass hurt. But otherwise, it didn't feel that long. Like there's one like fight that from the trailers I was kind of under the impression that that was going to be like the final showdown. But it happens like halfway through the movie, and then there's like over an hour left of it. I've seen online a lot of people kind of say that Paul Mescal is kind of miscast. I didn't find like sure he's not like as built as like the other slave gladiators that he's hanging out with, but he works. His performance is fine. I kind of wanted a bit more from the two co-kings, two co-emperors or whatever they call them. Because I know that Joaquin Phoenix was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for the first movie, and apparently that's like a really juicy early performance of his. So I thought that we were going to get that. And it's kind of fun. Like the guy from Stranger Things is fun, but they're not like going off. Denzel, however, is having the time of his life. I was pleasantly surprised by where his character kind of goes in the end. That was a really great turn. That being said, I've ultimately it doesn't really matter, but I feel like the accent was kind of bugging me. Like, not in the sense that it didn't. I mean, it didn't work. Like, it makes no sense that he has that accent. But it's just I could never like fully accept it. I was like, why? Like, I wasn't even thinking like in the context of the movie. I was just thinking like, why did he make that choice? Like. And obviously at this point, like really doesn't really give a fuck. Like just like, do whatever you want. Connie Nielsen's character goes through a lot of shit, and she really pulled it off. I think she was great. But the movie as a whole is really simple. I mean, if you like battle scenes, you're probably gonna love it. If you don't, then it's probably gonna be redundant. They do manage to kind of spice it up in a way that was kind of like unbelievable. People are fighting weird monkeys. I don't even know what species of monkeys those were. And somehow they turn the Colosseum into this giant pool that boats can go in. And then there's sharks in there waiting to eat people. I'm not sure that really happened. I'm not even sure how they would do that. But they do that in this movie. So you've heard the expression jumping the shark. They literally do that in this movie. So it's a fun time. I mean, I wasn't bored. I was entertained. It's certainly better than Napoleon. In terms of its Oscar chances, People are saying that Denzel will get nominated for Best Supporting Actor, which I can see happen. Honestly, I could see him winning. Like, there's not that much competition this year. Other than that, I don't know. Like, I don't think Paul has it to get nominated for Best Actor. Nobody else in terms of acting, cinematography, Best Picture. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really see it happening. Special effects either. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, if you like the first Gladiator, I'm sure you're going to want to see this. If you're like me and you didn't see the first Gladiator, you can kind of figure shit out without having seen it. Does it make me want to see the first Gladiator? I don't think so. I gave the film 3 stars on Letterboxd because it achieves what it set out to do, and it is what it is. So let me know if you go see it, and let me know if my summary of the first movie makes any sense based on what I gathered from this movie. See you next time.
I claim this city for the glory of Rome.